there is this development in the country whereby MDC, the biggest opposition, is blaming ZANU-PF for whatever is happening in MDC. And as we speak, there is this High Court ruling, which was done by the High Court. And the Chamisa is still resisting that you will go to the Congress without going to the extraordinary Congress as per High Court ruling. Maybe what's your take from such development?
It is confusion. Confusion from the young man. He is not patient. He does not want to follow procedures. What he thinks and dreams all the time is to be in power, no matter how. He breaks every rule when it means power. And I think this is a problem that Zimbabwe politics have, in that you have a person who wants to lead using wrong methods. You realize that when he took over leadership from MDC leadership, he literally overthrew Thokozani Kupe, but in a very nasty way, where they wanted, if you remember, to burn in a hut during the funeral of the late leader of MDC. And that has not even taught him a lesson. He has been talking about legitimacy and illegitimacy all the time. But here it comes now in broad daylight that it is actually him who is not legitimate. And he does not want to accept that when he knows that for sure he is not legitimate.
We have a situation whereby Chamisa and MDC Alliance continue to engage the same lawyer, Thabani Mpofu. Do you think this will do any good for the MDC?
He has got a very energetic and courageous lawyer who is very good at emotionally driving people's minds, creating unnecessary commotions in Zimbabwe. Because if you look at what Thabani has said today about the chances, in fact, it's like it is going to be a walkover. And this gets into the heads of the people of MDC. When the judgment delivered is going to be different, then you have another problem caused by a lawyer who is not even also patient to follow procedure and celebrate after having won. This is a problem, that a combination of problems that we are seeing in this whole scenario. That Thabani Mpofu is very good at giving an impression that there's no problem, he's going to win, this and that. He did that when he knew very well that he was going to court without V11s, but he was giving an impression that he had all the evidence. For a lawyer, how do you say you have all the evidence when you don't have the primary evidence?
We've got this other burning issue whereby Chief Ndiweni is saying the president, Comrade Mnangagwa, will not last in office.
This so-called chief is starting a fire that is not going to be able to quench. But obviously, he's playing to the gallery. He wants people to react. He knows that there is nothing he is going to do to stop ED's leadership. But he is just trying to make news so that people respond to him, and he is in the limelight. It is unfortunate that in a country you have such caliber of people as chiefs, and you even wonder what happens to the tribe that is supposed to be taking the chieftainship. Do they not have a better person to take the chieftainship? It is not wise for the chief to try and involve himself in politics. If he wants to be involved in politics, let him come, form or join a political party. Then we meet him in the ballot box, rather than trying to cause security threats and problems. We will not allow and accept that to happen.